I am very, very proud of them for what they have done. So let me take you back a little bit to late summer in 1968. One day Kevin came home and said, "No one's going to run for public administrator. Will you?" Now you have to, this was a great learning experience for me. It really was, and it was good for me, and I hope then and hope now that it was good in regard to helping people and being a service to Audrain County. My mentors were Everett Van Maytrey, who was my attorney, and to him I owe a ton of thanks. And Bernice Adams, who was in probate court. All of them were very important. Oh, and of course, this was just a great monetary game. Of course, you have to understand that then the case, I never had more than 15 people a year that I was responsible for. That is just nothing compared to what Mrs. Haven has now. And the financial setup is completely different now. I understand the state pays for part of this, which they did not. Most of my people were indigents, and so if you got paid for being public administrator, it came out of their estate. So I would go in and I would figure out the annual report, and many of them were, okay, you take $15, I'll take $15. This was a year. So my first year, I made $400. It got better as I went along, but that was the first year. There were many different kinds of feelings that went along with this. Some were poignant and heartbreaking. My very first lady, who was living by herself in Farnen, kept storing her blankets in her floor furnace, and obviously had to be placed in a nursing home. I could not have a conversation with her. She was just totally out of it until the day I was taking her to the nursing home, and she looked at me and she said, "You are taking me to a home, aren't you?" That was a bad one. And then, so go from that to one lady whose experience was to me terrifying. She had to be placed in Courthouse, and she would call me from there with threats. You know, I will take care of you when I get out of here. But then there were other wonderful experiences, such as my friend who lived across the street from the library, who was an osteopath. Besides her professional brilliance, I found that she had interests in a lot of other things, and she was just nice to be with. And I understand when she was at Pinnock, she frequently tried to get some of the residents treatments. Then there were funny things that happened. Several years into being public administrator, well, we had Steve and Tom and Julie. So I would take Julie with me, both to the courthouse and to Everett's office. And one day we walked into Everett's office, and she said, your desk is a mess. I didn't know that was coming, did you? But anyway, all in all, it was really a good experience for me. But as I said at the top, this honor really goes to Kevin and their sons, whose services to Audrain County and the state of Missouri were really significant services. But thank you very much for this honor.